In recent days, the tranquil waters of the southern Caribbean have become the stage for a striking display of American naval power. At the forefront of this buildup is the USS Lake Erie, a Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser that has just crossed the Panama Canal. Beneath the waves, it is joined by the USS Newport News, a nuclear-powered fast attack submarine. Together, alongside a growing formation of destroyers, amphibious assault ships, and thousands of US Marines, these vessels mark one of the most significant deployments to the region in years. But the question remains, why here and why now? What capabilities do these ships bring? And is this only the beginning of a much larger force? At the heart of this deployment stands the USS Lake Erie. More than just a warship, it is a fortress at sea. Equipped with the Aegis combat system, one of the most advanced naval defense networks in existence, the Lake Erie can track, intercept, and destroy threats across air, land, and sea. Its vertical launch system carries a formidable arsenal. Tomahawk cruise missiles capable of striking targets hundreds of miles inland, and surface-to-air missiles designed to neutralize incoming aircraft or ballistic threats. The ship has already demonstrated its precision in real-world intercept missions, proof that its presence is far from symbolic. Supporting this cruiser are 3 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers: the USS Gravely, the USS Jason Dunham, and the USS Sampson. Known as the workhorses of the fleet, each destroyer combines the Aegis system with cutting-edge radar, sonar, and missile launch technology. Designed for versatility, they can hunt submarines, defend against air assaults, or strike targets on land. This is not a routine patrol. This is a combat-ready force, positioned with intent and prepared for action. These destroyers form the protective shield of the fleet. They can defend against incoming aircraft and missiles, track enemy submarines moving in the depths, or strike targets far beyond the horizon. Armed with a mix of standard missiles, tomahawks, and heavyweight torpedoes, they are built to face almost any threat. If the cruiser is the command centerpiece, then these destroyers are its armored guardians, swift, precise, and capable of fighting on multiple fronts at once. But perhaps the most mysterious element of this deployment is what cannot be seen. Hidden beneath the waters of the Caribbean is a nuclear-powered fast attack submarine. Though the Navy keeps its details guarded, reports point to the USS Newport News. This vessel embodies silent power. It moves undetected, able to launch Tomahawk cruise missiles with pinpoint accuracy, or unleash heavyweight torpedoes that can destroy ships before they even know they are being hunted. Submarines like this are often called ghosts of the sea, silent, invisible, always listening, and prepared to strike without warning. Its presence changes everything. While surface warships project strength in plain view, a submarine adds an invisible layer of pressure. A reminder that below the calm waters, danger is always waiting. Now, attention shifts to the amphibious forces. The United States has deployed the Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group, a trio of powerful ships built to carry Marines and place them ashore anywhere in the region. At its core is the USS Iwo Jima, an amphibious assault ship that bears the silhouette of a small aircraft carrier. From its deck, helicopters, tilt-rotor aircraft, and even vertical takeoff jets can operate with ease. On board, it carries a full Marine Expeditionary Unit, more than 2,000 Marines, trained to move at a moment's notice and strike wherever they are needed. Supporting the Iwo Jima are 2 amphibious transport docks, the USS San Antonio and the USS Fort Lauderdale. These vessels serve as launch platforms for landing craft and amphibious vehicles, allowing Marines and their equipment to reach the shoreline swiftly and in force. Together, the 3 ships form a flexible and formidable strike group, capable of responding to humanitarian evacuations, rapid crises, or full-scale amphibious assaults. When their marine power is combined with the long-range firepower of the cruiser, the versatile destroyers, and the silent presence of a nuclear submarine, the fleet transforms into a true multi-dimensional force, equally prepared for defense, deterrence, or decisive action. And the reach of this task force extends beyond the sea. High above, advanced patrol aircraft such as the P-8 Poseidon sweep the skies. More than just an aircraft, the Poseidon is a flying command post, able to detect ships, submarines, and even small craft across vast distances. It tracks suspicious movements, relays targeting data to the warships below, and, if called upon, can strike with its own arsenal of torpedoes and missiles. With eyes in the sky, steel on the surface, and silent hunters beneath the waves, this deployment has become more than a naval presence. It is a layered system of power and precision, designed to control the sea, the air above it, and the unseen depths below. So the question remains, why now? Officially, this deployment is described as part of a regional security mission, aimed at safeguarding vital maritime routes. But behind the formal statements lies a deeper political context. Venezuela, struggling with internal unrest and led by Nicolas Maduro, interprets the American presence as a direct provocation. To some analysts, this is gunboat diplomacy, a calculated show of force intended not only for Caracas, but for the entire hemisphere. The message is clear. The United States Navy can project overwhelming power at any time, in any place. Others, however, view it through a different lens. For Washington's allies and partners in the region, this deployment is reassurance, proof that stability in the hemisphere will be defended. No matter the interpretation, one fact cannot be ignored. This fleet is not simply passing through. Its ships are positioned deliberately, and their presence is meant to be noticed. The question that follows is inevitable. Will more ships arrive? As it stands, the deployment already consists of 7 major surface combatants and 1 nuclear-powered submarine. That alone is a strike force larger than the entire navies of many nations. So far, there has been no official announcement of reinforcements. Yet military experts warn that more units could join if tensions escalate. An aircraft carrier strike group, for example, has not yet entered the theater. Should one be added, the balance of power in the Caribbean would shift dramatically. For now, however, the existing fleet is already a formidable presence. Cruisers, destroyers, amphibious assault ships, and a submarine. Together they form a layered arsenal that spans every domain of modern warfare: land, sea, air, and beneath the waves. From their vertical launch systems, these warships can unleash Tomahawk cruise missiles, striking targets hundreds of miles inland with precision that borders on surgical. Overhead, their standard missiles form a protective shield, intercepting hostile aircraft or even ballistic threats long before they reach the fleet. For closer defense, evolved Sea Sparrow missiles and rapid-fire close-in weapon systems stand ready, forming the last line of protection against anything that slips through. Beneath the waves, the nuclear-powered submarine adds another layer of silent power. Armed with heavyweight torpedoes, it can eliminate enemy vessels without ever revealing its position. And on the surface, the Marines embarked with the amphibious group extend the fleet's reach from sea to land. With armored vehicles, artillery, and helicopters, they represent a mobile strike force capable of operating wherever the situation demands. Taken together, this floating arsenal is not simply about overwhelming firepower. It is about flexibility, the ability to project force and respond decisively across every domain, in the air, on land, across the sea, and beneath it. Predictably, Venezuela has condemned the arrival of these warships, denouncing the move as a violation of sovereignty and an act of intimidation. State media paints it as an imperial intrusion. American officials, however, frame the deployment as a matter of regional security, insisting it is designed to safeguard maritime routes and stability. Across the Caribbean, neighboring nations watch with mixed emotions. Some welcome the security presence, viewing it as reassurance in uncertain times. Others worry that the buildup could escalate tensions and spark a wider confrontation. Naval deployments in this region are not unprecedented, but rarely have they come on this scale, with such a diverse array of ships operating in unison. What unfolds next will depend on the balance between deterrence and diplomacy. For now, the waters of the southern Caribbean remain calm, but beneath the surface and all around it, power is carefully poised.